didn't even refer to myself as New Age, and I didn't even look at it as New Age. I looked at New Age as kind of like surface level stuff, kind of like
oh my god, like yoga and crystals and like, oh my god, TikTok, and I'm witchy. I'm into. Dear friends, welcome to the study of stuff. My name is Mano Iliad. As always, thank you for joining me. This particular interview and episode is pretty interesting for me. My comeback to the faith that I was raised in, Greek Orthodox, Eastern Orthodoxy. So it's a big deal for me. As I released this episode, I've currently just recently released a track from my former band, The Drop-Ups, called Noose. The interesting thing about that song is that I wrote that song during my whole New Age sort of stuff. The odd thing is that when I started to look at the lyrics, it actually didn't read like a Hermetic song. It didn't read like a song about Hermeticism. It actually read like a song about Eastern Orthodoxy. If I replaced the word the all, which is commonly referred to in the Kabbalion, with the word God, and all of a sudden the song was literally about Nous from the Eastern Orthodox perspective. I sent it off to my church father just for confirmation to say, like, am I crazy or is this whatever? And he's like, no, this reads like an Eastern Orthodox song. This is very, very much about Nous in the Eastern Orthodox perspective. Anyways, if you like the sound of that track, go check it out. Soon the video will be out. A lot of people have listened to the show that have asked me about the New Age deception stuff and social engineering culture creation. I've been really doing a deep dive on the work of John Coleman, Daniel Esselin. Up until about a year or 2 years ago, I was highly immersed for almost 20 years into like the New Age. Now, I didn't even refer to myself as New Age, and I didn't even look at it as New Age. I looked at New Age as kind of like surface level stuff, kind of like oh my god, like yoga and crystals and like, oh my god, TikTok, and I'm witchy, I'm into that. Naively enough, I didn't realize just because I was into like the deeper stuff, for me it was Hermeticism. I was deeply immersed into that. The Kabbalion, which I'll be talking about in some future episodes, for over 20 years. Like that was like my home. And I just wanted to make a few things clear, because I know a bunch of people are going to be like, oh my god, this guy, like he left the New Age and he's like right into Jesus. That isn't the case. As I was digging deeper into New Age deception stuff, I started to go deeper and deeper down this rabbit hole of social engineering, culture creation, and New Age deception. And I started to read a lot of the documents that were being presented in the book, and kind of pulling out a lot of the white papers that they reference, and looking at a lot of the history that they're talking about. I came to realize that a lot of the stuff that's in the New Age, and a lot of the key individuals that were behind the beginning of the New Age and putting the New Age together were actually, in fact, part of the social engineering experiment. The whole thing with Eastern Orthodox and how that kind of came into the picture, I was really into Hermeticism and stuff like that, and the Kabbalion. And then only to come to realize that really New Age is just a watered down Gnostic Hermeticist light. That's all it is. I started seeing individuals that I really highly respected in the truth movement, the conspiracy world, whatever you want to call it. That world started making reference to being Eastern Orthodox. Key individuals was James Perloff and Jay Dyer. Jay Dyer was a big one. Oh my God, they're talking about Eastern Orthodox. That's kind of weird. And I really respected these gentlemen and a number of others. Going into like the world of Eastern Orthodox really kind of stuck with me, and I wasn't really sure what to make of that. So I just kind of always kept that in the back of my mind, and I kind of every once in a while look into it. As I started to go down further and realize this whole New Age deception was socially engineered and all this stuff, I started to kind of revisit and look at some of the stuff in Eastern Orthodoxy. I kind of found my way back home. Growing up as a kid, you said to someone that you're Orthodox, they're like, what are you, Jewish? Like, they didn't even know what it is. It's not really a common thing here in Canada and the US or whatever. Not to say that you have to be Greek or whatever to be Orthodox. That's not what I mean. I'm just saying, like, people didn't even know what it was. I'm sure there's a lot of Eastern Orthodox kids out there who also don't really have a full understanding of the faith that they think they know, that they think they understand. I always thought that the church was like judgy, like they judge you and this and that, and then you're going to go to hell and all this stuff. The Eastern Orthodox Church isn't like that. Even the concept of hell in the Eastern Orthodox Church is not what you think it is. It's not what I thought it was. One of the key things that twisted my mind was understanding that this whole concept of judging good versus evil, hell, and all that stuff, that wasn't actually an Orthodox perspective. The Orthodox Church is viewed more as a hospital, a hospice for the soul, for sick souls.